Hello children, welcome to second chapter of Geography, Interior of the Earth. Students, have you wondered what lies below the surface of the Earth? Is it solid rock all the way down or it is a liquid ball with a thin solid crust? At present, the interior of the Earth is like an onion with several concentric layers, one inside the other. As you can see in this picture, one inside the other layers. In this chapter, we will study in detail about the internal structure of the Earth. The Earth is made up of three main layers: crust, the topmost layer, mantle, the middle layer, and core, the innermost layer. Before we begin, let's understand few words. Seismology. Do you know the meaning of this? Yes, it is the study of the behavior of the seismic or the earthquake waves measured by seismographs. This study has revealed that the Earth's interior is not same all throughout. The density of the materials forming the Earth increases gradually from the surface to the interior. The physical and the chemical properties of these materials vary. Let's come to the next terminology, that is geology. It is actually the study of Earth's structure, its interior, and the rocks and minerals composing it. And who are these geologists? These are those scientists who study about the formation and composition of the earth. And because of these geologists only, we come to know about the detailed knowledge of the internal structure of the earth. Now let's come to the topic. Here you can see the verification of this diagram is telling the cross section of the earth. Earth is made up of three main layers: crust, mantle, and the core. And in this crust, we are having these solid silicate rocks like basalt and granite. The uppermost outer solid layer of the earth is the crust. It is also known as lithosphere. The thickness of the earth's crust varies. It is about 35 km on the continental masses and only 5 km on the ocean floor. Continental means the land mass, oceanic means the water part. The main elements of continental crust are silicon Si and aluminium Al. Therefore, it is termed as Sial. The denser oceanic crust is termed as Sima because main elements are silicon Si and magnesium Ma. Now let's come to the next heading, that is mantle. You can see here a thick layer of mantle. Below the Earth's crust lies a thick, mostly solid layer called mantle. It is thicker than the crust, comprising 16% of Earth's volume. The upper mantle contains molten magma. The inner mantle is entirely solid. It is transitional layer of mixed metals and silicates. Temperature in this layer ranges from 1000 degrees Celsius to 3700 degrees Celsius. Now children, let's come to the third topic, that is the core. The innermost layer of the earth is called the core. The core is divided into two parts: a solid inner core having radius of 1220 km and a liquid outer core that have a radius of 3400 km. In this inner core, it is having 80% iron as well as nickel and some other elements such as gold, platinum and uranium. The temperature of the core ranges between 4400 degrees Celsius to 6000 degrees Celsius. This zone accounts for Earth's magnetism. Rocks and minerals. Types of rocks, which is divided into three categories, that is igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic, the rock cycle, and lastly we will study importance of rocks and minerals. Let's come to rocks and minerals. What are actually rocks? They are solid materials making up the crust formed of single mineral or by combination of minerals. And what are minerals? They are actually naturally occurring chemical substances, inorganic in nature. Now let's come to types of rocks. All rocks differ in color, hardness, size, and texture. They can be classified into three main categories, that is, igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. The word igneous is taken from Latin word ignis, which means fire. The word sedimentary is derived from Latin word sedimentum, which means settling down. And the word metamorphic is derived from Greek word metamorphos, which means changes of forms. Now let's come to discuss about igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are formed from solidification of molten magma. These rocks appeared first on Earth and all other rocks are formed from them. So that's why these rocks are also known as primary rocks. In the picture you can see the magma chamber and the description also. Igneous rocks may be classified as extrusive igneous rocks and second one is intrusive igneous rocks. Extrusive igneous rocks are formed from solidification of lava spread on surface of the earth. For example, basalt. Intrusive igneous rocks are formed when magma solidifies beneath the earth's crust. Intrusive rocks may be categorized into plutonic, deep below the crust, for example, granite, and intermediate, formed at intermediate depth, for example, dolerite. Igneous rocks are used for building purposes, for constructing roads, making grinding stones, etc. These are the different uses of igneous rocks. In the picture you can see granite, gabbro, pegmatite, diorite. All these are the different examples which we find it in the grain crystals of the igneous. Then come to the sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed from consolidation and compactness of sediments eroded from igneous rocks. They contain valuable minerals like iron ore, manganese, and bauxite. They provide us with fossil fuels and raw materials for cement and fertilizer industries. This is the use of sedimentary rock. Let's come to metamorphic rock, which is the third form of rocks. Metamorphic rocks are formed due to chemical and physical changes or metamorphosis of existing rocks due to great heat and pressure. Some examples of such metamorphism or transformation are granite changes into gneiss, sandstone changes into quartzites, shale changes into slate, and limestone changes into marble. The pictures also you can see here related to slate, marble, gneiss, quartzites, all these. Let's come to next topic, that is rock cycle. Rock cycle represents the continuous recycling of rock materials and their conversion into different rock types. They are continually destroyed and remade in an endless process. This is called rock cycle. In the picture you can see that igneous rocks, which is also known as primary, then secondary, it is sedimentary, broken part, then again it is metamorphic, and then same thing to be included. So a cycle is being made, so it is known as rock cycle. Igneous rocks are formed from cooling and solidification of magma. Rock fragments eroded from igneous rocks are transported and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. Existing igneous and sedimentary rocks are changed into metamorphic rocks due to great heat, pressure, and resulting chemical and physical changes. Let's come to the last topic, that is importance of rocks and minerals in our day-to-day life. Rocks constitute the solid crust. They are used in construction of roads, houses, and buildings. Soil is formed from rocks. Iron, aluminium, manganese, copper, etc. are used in industries. Some minerals like coal and petroleum are used as fuels. The chemicals which are obtained from sedimentary rocks are used to make fertilizers. So, children, I hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you and God bless you all.